Ataul Hayyi is discussing palm reading. The Venus girdle runs between the middle fingers, bending down in a semicircle before returning, between the ring and little fingers. Historically, this line has either been condemned or overlooked, associated with everything from comic relief to madness. Before passing judgment, we should take a more realistic view of it. This line can be understood as a type of heart line that enhances a person's emotional and sensory sensitivity to their environment. One way to comprehend the energy drawn from the Jupiter finger is to visualize it traveling down into the heart line and moving along with it. When someone has a Venus girdle, energy is still drawn from the Jupiter finger, but it also travels along the girdle. This creates a division of energies, forming a twin emotional channel that fosters a higher psychological, spiritual, and emotional connection with the physical. In its best form, this is found in spiritual and artistic individuals who transform personal experiences into universal expressions that can touch many hearts. In its worst form, it may lead to emotional or dramatic depression, where individuals can become disappointed by having overly high expectations of others. Those with a Venus girdle in caregiving professions should be cautious not to weaken their ability to help others by taking on too much and becoming overly. If the girdle is continuous, light, and subtle, it draws less energy from the heart line, thereby intervening less and sometimes acting as a useful tool. It can still enhance sensitivity, but the person can maintain better control over this ability instead of becoming a slave to it. There may be an interest in literature, fine arts, or music. If the Venus girdle is deep and the fate or sun line weakens as it passes through, this is not a good sign. It indicates that the constant pursuit of physical pleasure may hinder their efforts. If this line is present on a larger, stronger hand, it may indicate a less sensitive individual primarily seeking physical pleasures, so caution is advised to avoid excessive. Individuals with slender hands and knotted fingers may be more sensitive, both mentally and physically, along with experiencing artistic or intellectual stimuli. They should avoid overanalyzing their emotions. Apparent signs, such as the line extending to the Mercury mount and below the little finger, are positive as they involve communication and effort, perhaps indicating a capacity for enthusiastic and persuasive conversation. If the girdle goes further and touches a connecting line at the edge of the hand, it may cause trouble in relationships. It is said that those with well-defined islands on the Venus girdle cannot handle trials, potentially disrupting their sensory goals. If they are not mindful of their actions, it can lead to feelings of frustration and uncertainty until they become more neutral about why they attract certain individuals in relationships. If it is